Hi everyone, welcome back to Nirja Education. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Today we are going to discuss the third chapter of 6th standard, that is playing with numbers. In that one, today we will discuss in this video factors and multiples. Already you have learned in 5th standard about factors and multiples. So what are factors? So factors of a number means the number should be divided perfectly by the another number. So I will give you an example for this one. Suppose I am taking the number 10. Okay, when you divide 10 by 2, you will get 5. Yes or no? Yes, when you are dividing 10 by 2, you are getting 5. That means 2 is a factor of 10, because when you are dividing 10 by 2, you are getting a perfect number. You can divide completely, that means you can divide exactly 10 by 2. So 2 is a factor of 10. Again, opposite also we can do. 10 divided by 5, you will get 2. So 5 is also a factor of 10. So here we can tell that 10 is the factors of 10 are 5 and 2. So I hope you understood what is mean by factor. The next term is that multiple. So what are multiples? Multiples means when you multiply a number by another natural number, you will get the multiple of that number. Suppose I am taking 2. I am multiplying 2 by 3. What you are getting? 6. So 6 is a multiple of 2. We can tell that 6 is a multiple of 3 also, because when you are multiplying 3 by 2, you are getting 6. That means when you are multiplying a number by another natural number, you will get the multiple of that number. Next, we are going to discuss some of the properties of these factors and multiples. What is the first property of a factor? 1 is the factor of every number. Already we have discussed one example, 10. We are going to take here 10. We want to find the factors of 10. So already we have found, that means 2 and 5 are the factors of 10. To that we have to include 1 also. 1 is a factor of every number. So when you are writing the factor of a number, you have to include 1 also. Why? 1 is a factor of every number. What is the next one? Every number is a factor itself. Suppose I am taking 10. 10 is a factor of that number itself, because when you are dividing 10 by 10, you will get 1. That means you can divide 10 by 10 exactly. So that is why we are taking another, that means we are taking the number itself as a factor. So the first point was 1 is a factor of every number, and the second point is that every number is a factor of itself. What is the third point? The third point is that every factor of a number is equal to less than the number itself. Suppose you are finding the factors. All these factors will be equal to the number, or it will be less than the number. You know that the factors of 10, 1, 10 and 2 and 5 also we can include. So 1, 2, 5, 10. These 4 are the factors of 10. When we are considering the factors, you know that all these numbers are except 10, 1, 2 and 5 are less than 10, and this is equal to 10. That is the third point. All the factors will be equal to the given number or less than the given number. What is the last point? The total number of factors of a number are always finite. The number of factors will be finite. A perfect number will be there. We can't tell that the number of factors are infinite. If when we are discussing about multiples, you come to know that the multiples, it won't be finite, it is infinite. Here we come to know that the factors of 10 are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 factors are there for 10. So that means the numbers are finite. So now we are going to discuss the properties of multiples. We will discuss what are the properties of multiples. Here we have written the properties of multiples. What is the first property? The first property is that every number is a multiple itself. Already we have discussed in the factors, every number is a factor itself. Like the same way here also, every number is a multiple itself. Suppose I am taking 2. We have to find the multiple of 2. When you are multiplying 2 by 1, what is the definition for multiple? When you are multiplying the given number by any natural number, you will get the multiple of that number. So 1 is a natural number. When I am multiplying 2 by 1, you are getting 2. So that is the meaning of this first point, that is every number is a multiple of itself. What is the second point? Every number has infinite number of multiples. In the factors we have discussed that finite number of factors, but here we are having infinite number of multiples because we can multiply the number by any other number. So it will be difficult to calculate the number of multiples. So we are telling here that infinite number of multiples will be there for a given number. And what is the last point? Every multiple of a given number is always equal to or greater than the given number. In the case of factors, we have learned that it will be less than the given number, but here it will be greater than the given number because you are multiplying the number by other natural number. So it will be equal to the given number or it will be greater than the given number. So these are the properties of these multiples. Next we are going to discuss about the prime number. So we have discussed about the factors. We told that number of factors will be there for a given number. In some numbers when we are considering, we come to know that in that case that numbers are having only 2 factors. I am taking one number 2. So when you are writing the factors of this number, it will have the factor 1 and the number itself. You know that 1 is the factor of every number and the given number itself a factor. So when you are considering 2, it will have only 2 factors. What are the 2 factors? 1 and 2. So such numbers are known as prime numbers. The numbers which are having only 2 factors. What are that factors? 1 and the number itself. Such numbers are known as prime numbers. Another example, 3 we are taking. You know that it also having only 2 factors. Suppose 5. 1 and 5. 7 you are taking. 1 and 7. 11 if you are taking. 1 and 11. Like this way it will go on. So all these numbers are prime number. So I am giving you one work. You have to find how many prime numbers are in between 1 and 100. You can type it in the comment section. So you have to find how many prime numbers will be there in between 1 and 100. So I think you understood about these prime numbers. Next we are going to discuss about the perfect number. Perfect square you have learned. Now we are going to discuss about the perfect number. A number is said a perfect number when you are adding the factors of that number. You are getting the twice the number. When you add all the factors of that number, you will get the twice of the given number. I am going to take one example. Suppose we are taking 6. What are the factors of 6? You know that 1, 2, 3 and 6. So these are the factors of 6. So when you are adding these 4 numbers, what will you get? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6. What you are getting? 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 6, 12 you are getting. That is equal to twice the given number. Twice means you have to multiply it by 2. So twice the given number. So 6 is a perfect number. So 6 is known as a perfect number because when you are adding the factors of this number, you are getting twice of the given number. So next we are going to discuss about twin prime. Twin prime already you have learned in the lower session. Twin prime means when you are considering 2 prime numbers. The difference of that prime number will be 2. Such prime numbers are known as twin prime. I am taking one example. 3 and 5. You know that 3 is a prime number and 5 is also a prime number. The difference of these two is 2. So these two prime numbers are known as twin prime. Another example I am taking 5 and 7. 5 is also a prime number and 7 is also a prime number, and the difference of these two is 2. So this is also known as twin prime. I hope all of you have understood the topic that I have discussed in this video. Thank you all and have a nice day.